Hey, how's it going? My name's Riley, founder and CEO of ScheduleTalk, and in this video, I'm going to be going over 5 creative ways you can separate your window cleaning business from all of the competition, changing the question from who has the lowest prices to who do I trust more and whose business do I want to use. So to jump right into it, let's get started. Number 1, using yard signs to promote your business. I don't see this a lot when it comes to window cleaning or for service businesses in that sense, but when you do a lot of residential services or you perform a lot of residential services, this could be tremendously helpful for utilizing that time you're spending on a home and promoting your business at the exact same time. When you're doing residential work, you could be spending 1, 2, maybe even 3 hours on one property, but during that time, you're not promoting your business, you're not advertising it, and people driving by have no idea who you are. And this is where that yard sign comes in. Anybody who walks by the house or drives by the house will see that yard sign, and they'll become familiar with your logo and your brand. And that is especially helpful for when you want to sell them down the road, when they're ready to find a window cleaner to do their home or their property. It just makes it so much easier because they're familiar with you. You're not some unknown business. You're not some mystical business owner because they've seen you working on the home because that yard sign was right outside the property that you were servicing. So it's incredibly important that you make yourself familiar with people and that you stand out so that people see you, people know you, people begin to understand what type of services you're providing. And this brings me to number 2, where you're wanting to command the attention of your client or of potential clients with unique colors and a unique uniform and a unique vehicle to set yourself apart from every other business out there. And unfortunately, a lot of businesses almost copy each other in the way they look, or the way they dress, or the way their trucks are designed. And this makes it easy for you to set yourself apart. But you want to make sure that you're representing the way your business is. You want to make sure that you're not saying something about your business that you don't intend to, because people are always making inferences or judgments about the way you dress or the way you act. Whether you like it or not, people are always judging your business based on the way you dress or based on the way your vehicle looks. So when it comes down to picking a uniform, you want to be sure that you're representing what your business is all about. And that could be wearing a well put together polo with your logo or contact information, whatever it is, to represent that you are extremely professional and provide the highest quality service. Or if you want to take the other approach, you could have a really well put together t-shirt with your logo, your contact information, whatever it is, but that just represents a different side. That's the more laid back, yet professional business owner who is out there doing the job. It all comes down to what is your business all about, and that's how you make the decision. And on that note, it's incredibly important to remember that your vehicle is almost like a driving billboard. You want to make sure that it stands out, but you also want to be incredibly careful about the way you're driving on the road, because like I said, people are always making judgments about your business. So if you're driving a truck with your business logo on it and you're driving like a jerk, people are going to judge your business because of that. So it's just incredibly important that you're representing your business in the right way and telling the story that you want to be told. And number 3, you've got to be unbelievably friendly from the first time that you meet your client to all the way down the road when you're meeting them for the 30th time. You've got to be friendly every single time you meet them, because like I said in point 2, people are always making inferences based on the way you act, the way you dress, the way your vehicle looks. It doesn't matter. People will always continue making inferences or judgments about you or your business based on several factors. So this is incredibly important on the way you act or the way you interact with your client for the very first time or for several times down the road. You want to make sure that even if you're having a horrible day, that you put a smile on and you're at least acting like you're happy to see them, or you're at least happy to be there at the job site, ready to service their property, or whatever it is you're doing. You have to put on a smile because people will read into every single thing they detect. Ooh, that's weird. Ooh, whatever. But you have to make sure that you're presenting yourself in the way that you meant to. And it's really important to remember that people make a judgment about you in the first 7 seconds they see you. So you want to make sure that 7 seconds is fantastic so they don't have a bad taste in their mouth later on down the road when they see your business or when they see you. Alright, number 4, you have to be incredibly helpful. Whether it's a DIYer, whether it's somebody on the fence about hiring a window cleaner, whether it's somebody who sees a spot on their window and is wondering if it can be washed off or they need to replace a pane, whatever it is, you need to be there to help them every step of the way in their journey up to using a service like yours. And you have to remember that you're not going to be charging for this. This is a future investment to build trust, to build relationships with people, so later on down the road, when they're ready to hire someone, they know you, they trust you, and they're not going to care about the price. They trust you, and they don't want to have to go through the whole process of finding a window cleaner that they don't even know. They know you, or at least they think you know, they know you now. So they're going to use you. And like I said at the very beginning of the video, the whole point of this is to change the questions in your client's brain from what's the lowest price service and I'll use them, to I trust them and I'm going to continue using them, because trust always overcomes prices. If you're constantly in a battle for the lowest price, your business is going to fail. You're going to suddenly not become profitable. So that's why you need to build trust with your clients so that they're coming back regardless of price. They trust you. They don't want to have to continue doing this research every single time they need help cleaning their windows. So just remember that you won't be charging for this, but it's a future investment that down the road they're going to need somebody to clean their windows, and they're probably going to go to you because they trust you. And finally, number 5, everything about your business has got to be simple. And this isn't a super difficult one to understand. You just need to make sure that in your business, all of the rough patches from start to finish are smoothed out. So your client isn't having to go through all of these difficult and complex processes to just schedule a job or just to complete the job. From scheduling the job to preparing for the job to paying for it, it's all got to be simple so your client isn't feeling the stress of just using your services. That's a one-way ticket to losing the client to a competitor that has a simpler way of doing things. And the fastest way to simplify those is finding a way to automate job scheduling. You shouldn't be spending 15 to 30 minutes just to schedule one job. That's a waste of time. You should be implementing processes to get that thing scheduled without having to pick up the phone, without having to respond to emails or to go back and forth to find times that work for the both of you. And if you're going to ask your client to prepare for you before you get to the property, do that ahead of time, and don't ask for this big list of things that they need to do beforehand, because you're going to stress the client out. And when they're paying for the service, it's incredibly important that you have the processes in place that allow them a simple payment, whether that be paying on their phone, whether if it's a bigger service or a bigger charge, giving them an invoice on time and in a timely manner. All of those things add up and just make it a much more enjoyable process. So you need to make sure that everything is incredibly simple for when the job is starting and for when you're concluding the job. So as a quick summary of the 5 things we just went over, you gotta make sure to promote your business using yard signs. This is big for residential cleaners. If you have people walking by the home or people driving by the home, that's big because you can be promoting your business right there when you're servicing the property. Number 2, you've got to command attention with color. If you're just fitting in with every other window cleaning business, you're not going to stand out and you're going to be running into the problems that they're running into, not having new clients show up when they need them. Number 3, you've got to be unbelievably friendly. Like I was saying, people make a judgment about you in the first 7 seconds of seeing you. So you need to make sure those 7 seconds are everything you hoped it to be, and you're telling the story about your business and about yourself that you intended for. And number 4, you've got to be incredibly helpful. You've got to be the guy that everybody goes to for help, to find the answers about window cleaning, to whatever. You've got to be incredibly helpful because you'll build the trust, and later on down the road when they need somebody, you'll be the guy that they go to. And number 5, like I was saying, you've got to be incredibly simple. You can't be requiring them to do A, B, C, and D when they should really only be doing A, B. You've got to simplify everything so that they're not feeling the stress of using your services. So that is about it. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.